Hi guys, the last time I did a video I showed you this Kmise concert ukulele, a solid spruce top version, and I was telling you I was quite impressed with it. I wanted to do a follow-up video because I've had it now for a few months. I've played it I'd say almost every day, and I just wanted to let you know my impressions now that I've had it for a while. First of all, let me say that I'm still very happy with the instrument. All of the issues that I have with it are aesthetic. There is nothing that would keep me from buying it again. And so the first thing I wanted to tell you was that, again, it came right out of the box with absolutely nothing. It was just the instrument, no strap, no tuner, no gig bag, nothing. It was just like this. And so I play with a strap, obviously you can tell that, and I decided to put a strap button on it. There is bracing in here to do that. It took me about 5 minutes to put the strap button on, and so no big deal there. The other issue is also aesthetic, but I just wanted to let you guys know this. It may bother some people, it doesn't bother me. And I'm not even sure you can see it on the camera, but the way that the frets are dressed right down here, you can see where the slots were cut for the frets, and I wouldn't call it fret sprout, but you can definitely see the ends of the frets as they are embedded into the fretboard. There were a few frets up on this side that were a little sharp, and so I just took a small file and smoothed those out, and they've been fine. Another thing that you might notice about this instrument is that it has a very bright sound. Almost jangly, and I don't mind that. I like the sound of a banjo. It's not quite to that extent, but it is a very bright sound. It's very loud. If you're playing in a group, you'll probably be one of the loudest instruments there, so just be aware of that. Another thing that people talked about was the Kmise, or the Kmise logo. How cheesy it was. I'd have to agree with that. It's just a set of glued on letters, and if you put enough pressure on them, they'll slide right off. I slid most of mine off and just left a monogram, so it worked out for me. Again, I didn't mind it. But let me tell you what I do really like about this instrument. There are several things, and the first thing is that the action. The action on this instrument is, to me, fantastic. I love it. I have very little trouble bar chording, and it just suits me fine. And part of that is probably because of the thickness of the neck. The neck is not as thick as some other instruments that I've had, and so it just feels comfortable in my hand, and I don't have to put a lot of pressure on the fretboard when I'm doing bar chords. Another issue about it is, or the thing that I like about it is, some instruments have a very sharp radius here. And I find that when I'm fretting up on this part of the neck, that my hand tends to get jammed up underneath of the tuners. This has a wider radius, not as sharp, and so I have more room here for my hand when I'm up at this end of the fretboard fretting. So I really like that about this instrument. And finally, I just think that the instrument is a very good looking instrument. The grain of this wood, even though this is laminate part of it, I just think is beautiful, and I've had people comment on it, and I just like it. I have noticed that in certain lights, the spruce does tend to be two different tones, but if I didn't point it out to you, you'd probably never notice it. And again, the instrument you get may not be that way, but if you're picky, well, then that may be an issue that you want to think about. Again, overall, I really like the instrument. I think for the price, which is right around $60, you can't beat it for a solid spruce top. And again, I would buy it again. So I hope that helps anybody who's considering buying this instrument to get a little longer term review of it. And you know, you can leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think if you have one. Alrighty, thanks. See you again. Bye-bye.